this time, I would yield to the gentleman from Alaska, the man that has been entrusted to represent the entire state of Alaska, Mr. Young, for 5 minutes.
Gentleman from Alaska is recognized.
I thank the gentleman
minutes.
for yielding, and I again thank the gentleman for bringing this legislation to the floor. It's ironic, we listen to the gentleman from Massachusetts says there's been no hearings. This is the 12th time we've passed this legislation concerning the needs of energy for this country. And by the way, for those listening to this program and those watching, Alaskans want to drill. Alaskans want to produce this oil for America. This is not our oil. We've never claimed that. Alaskans think it's necessary for this nation. And it's ironic, I heard the gentleman from Massachusetts mention the fact it will not relieve the high gas prices for 10 years. 10 years ago, he said the same thing. I've been trying to do this for 15 years, actually 25 years, passed it 12 times. President Clinton, by the way, vetoed it. President Clinton vetoed the same piece of legislation. We would have had 1 million barrels a day now flowing to the American consumer. Your gas prices would not be $3.25 today. That would not have occurred. You know, ironically, it's on the Senate, on the other side, excuse me, Mr. Speaker, on the other side of the aisle where all those wisdom people live, on the other side, there are a group of individuals of the other party that continue to block this source of fossil fuels to our consumers. Now, it might be, I'm not sure it is, it might be they have a gas station in the Russell building. For some reason, they don't want to produce any more gas. I'm not sure that's real, but it could be. For some reason, they don't see the light. And I keep hearing about people supporting alternate sources of energy. And I've been advocating that. I've talked about nuclear, you can't have nuclear. I've talked about let's burn more coal, we can't burn coal. I've talked about let's build a dam, let's control the water flow. And some of our rivers, as it roars into the sea, let's control it and use it because that's truly a renewable source, but they can't do that either. All they ask us to do is to conserve our way into prosperity. And I will suggest to you respectfully that might happen if we did not have any more Americans. If we stopped our childbirth period, you might be able to conserve yourself into prosperity or into energy self-sufficient. But as long as our population increases, we will consume more fossil fuel.